is a really pleasing flange tone, I think.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't get like too jet flangey.
And this is a pedal that I was very, very, very stoked about, actually.
It sounds really smooth. In a way, it's really, yeah, I don't know, organic is a stupid word, but it's the best thing.
You can no longer use good words to describe guitar sounds anymore.
They're all ruined.
Yeah, they're all bad.
On to the next one, which is the Aurelius chorus pedal, or a multi-mode chorus pedal.
Yeah.
I really think you've made a clever multi-modulator here, because you say it's all based on chorus, which is it is, but it spans a lot of different modulation types.
Yeah.
At least to me, like there's chorus. There's vibrato. There's flanger. What is the last rotary? That's what you call it. But I also feel like that can almost get into like tremolo and phaser-like territories.
Yeah, it's
so there's a lot in there.
There is a lot in this pedal. And this is a pedal that I was very, very, very stoked about, actually. You know, it was 2020 lockdown, we're in the basement. I'm back in the basement, I should say, like in my pajamas, like, what should I do? Like, what would be a fun thing to do? And then I just started playing around with all my old pedals and trying to think of like something that I could like revisit, like with all these old vintage pedals that I have, and like do something maybe similar in sound to them, but like with just a little bit more modern usability, but not overcomplicate them and stuff. You know, what would be like, end up being like basic effects like chorus delay, reverb, stuff like that, but with just some pretty interesting, intuitive, simple features to it. And that became this series, I guess, that we're not calling a series. But with the Aurelius, like what it really was is like I got really into my Boss CE1. Like the big green chorus, so that's what these first two modes are on it, and then the last one is the rotary chorus, which, you know, there's quite a few rotary simulator pedals, but I feel like they're really geared more towards synthesizers or keyboards and stuff like that. And every time I plugged a guitar into one, I would just feel like something was missing, like it wasn't as like dynamic as you wanted it to be. It felt like hollow in the middle, or it was like too bassy or not bassy enough, or too bright, not bright. And I was like, I gotta find the right things to exaggerate in this style of circuit that make it like still give you like that good Doppler effect where it's like both frequency and amplitude modulation, like moving around, and you get like that big like swell, but there's also like you hear the tremolo, like the amplitude modulation in it too, and make it like really kind of like fun to play with the guitar as opposed to like a chore. And I'm just speaking for myself, like that's just how I felt like every time I tried to use another rotary simulator. What I really liked about the Boss CU1 is that it's like vibrato, chorus, and flange, like kind of all rolled into one. And I was trying to find an interesting way to do that with the Aurelius, I guess.
For my demo, I made an intro track for it, and I was surprised by how many different textures and effects you could get out of this single pedal, because when I first heard about it, it's like, okay, this is a chorus pedal, but it's just it's so much more. And I especially like the vibrato mode, but in that mode I like the way the chorus sounds. It has this like extra, I don't know, sludgy delay offset. It's a bit long for maybe a typical chorus or whatever, but it lends this really cool Doppler-like quality to the sounds that I really like. So I guess that's what it's set up for now. So maybe you want to play my favorite sound in Aurelius, and then we can move on to yours afterwards. think that's really nice.
Thanks. It is not like a setting how I would typically set it, and now I see more what you mean about the delay also, which, you know,
At least when you compare it to the sender mode.
When you do, because it does have like a slightly longer delay line to make up the chorus sound, where it just has like there's like a roomy kind of effect to the modulation.
Exactly. And also the rate is slightly faster than in the sender mode, so it has this bit more wobbly quality to it that I really like.
Yeah.
If you run the rate as low as it can, then maybe that, then you almost only get the double quality, and I think that's really cool with some dirt to it. It just makes everything sound a bit bigger, but in a natural way. Like, it doesn't mess with the sound of the fuzz.
Yeah. That does do that really good job of just like fattening it up, but you kind of can't tell what's on it. And it's a setting that honestly I would never just be like, let me turn the rate and width all the way down and just dial it up just a little bit. Like, I'm sure I came across it while developing it, but it's like, yeah. Thank you.
Awesome.
It does the thing. I use my two settings, honestly. One is not in vibrato mode. I like this a lot, but I'm also a flange fan. I think the data corrupter kind of kills the whole flanging effect. Let's just try this instead. Messing with that width control with some distortion. I feel like this is a really pleasing flange tone, I think. Yeah,
that's true. It doesn't get like too jet flangey.
Yeah, well, it doesn't go quite piercing, but you can still tell it has that movement to it. Big fan of the flange sound, and then I also really like setting this up like in the rotary mode, where it's just. Set like a preset with the rate all the way up, or just higher in general, but you can kind of fake the ramping.
Oh man. Well, I definitely learned something right there. That's cool. That's really nice.
Yeah, that's what I like doing with that rotary setting is like we'll use the preset functionality of it for that.
That's really clever. I never thought about that.
Yep.
You know, I've been using it with the expression to do something similar, but that is a really clever way.
You can do that too and just do the smooth ramping thing, but like just having it on the pedal with no expression. It works pretty well.
That's cool. Yeah, I especially like the way the ramping sounds on that thing. It sounds really smooth. In a way, it's really, I don't know, organic is a stupid word, but it's the best thing.
You can no longer use good words to describe guitar sounds anymore.
They're all ruined.
Yeah, they're all bad. It's transparent and milky. Don't worry. It's my go-to now, is milky.
But yeah, the way that you can go from like slow phaser-like sounds and then up to that more psychedelic stuff, that's also one of my favorite ways to use it.